Howdy, this is Lemmy with RevZilla TV, here to talk to you today about TC Brothers Solo Seat Bracket Kits. You should be looking into an air ride kit if you don't want your ass to hurt anymore. These things are great for replacing traditional style seat springs. These things will fit just about anything you can put them on. You're limited really only by your own fabrication skills. Installation on these is a 3-bearder, but I feel like it's a qualified 3-bearder on our BSD or beard scale of difficulty. The reason it rates a 3-bearder is because it does require just a little bit of welding to install this onto your motorcycle. Having said that, once you get the mount plate installed, these things are idiot simple. They're really cake. Let's get right into things. If you're not familiar with air ride with respect to seating, consider these things to be a replacement for your standard either beehive or scissor style seat springs. These are going to offer you a couple benefits that a standard mechanical spring can't. First and foremost, these are adjustable. Rather than have to play with different springs, you're going to be able to simply inflate or deflate these airbags in order to get a softer or firmer ride underneath you on your seat. The other thing airbags are great for doing is removing side-to-side slop. If you have a loose seat hinge and you're running super tall seat springs in order to get your seat to clear your fender, you can also get some side-to-side motion, port to starboard. It can be really unnerving, give you a terrible feel on your motorcycle. So really, upgrading to an air suspension system for your seat is going to keep your seat locked in and planted, and it's also going to allow you to make sure that it is firm or as soft as you actually want it. Think of this as like the Tempur-Pedic of chopper seats. So these things are made really nicely. You can see here the bracket that gets welded on your frame, mild steel. This stuff is made nicely, precision crafted, it's very good looking. You can also see here too the top plate that's going to actually top off the bags and hold your solo seat on here. Also nicely made, powder coated. You can see here countersunk holes for the top of the bags. Presents a nice finished appearance. This thing's ready to rock and roll on your bike. You're also going to notice too here some of the fittings they include. Standard brass fittings. Everything you need to go is right there in the box. These things can be filled with a normal bicycle pump because they do include a Schrader valve adapter. And you can see here they even throw in a little length of Teflon tape so your air fittings don't leak. TC Brothers really keeps you in mind the entire way through the installation, making sure you've got everything you need to get this thing ready to rock and roll. This brings us to the installation side of things. Install on this is 3 beards on our BSD or beard scale of difficulty, but I feel like this is a very qualified 3-bearder. It's not really that difficult. The only thing that puts it into the 3-beard territory is the actual welding of the bag mount plate. You're going to want to sort of mock things up, get this roughly set where you want to go on it, tack it into place, double check everything, and then do your finish welds. That's the only thing that makes this difficult, and for those of you who can weld, you know that's not really a bunch of welding. You're really looking at probably only 2-3 inches max of burn time on there. It's not going to be real hard. Once you have that thing onto your frame, everything else here is just straight ahead bolt up install. It's very, very simple, and it really does allow you a lot of flexibility and options as far as tuning the ride of your bike to what feels good to your particular keister. I really like these kits. This is a great replacement for your standard style seat spring. Regular seat springs have a lot of shortcomings. There's a reason that they sort of went away in the motorcycle world, and these allow you to get sort of an old-timey look with a standard solo seat without necessarily having to suffer a poor ride. If it's not really evident, I do very much like these seat spring kits. However, my opinion is not the only game in town. There's some other folks out there who are running these. Click below and you can read some of their opinions on these particular kits that they're running on their chops. If you've got some questions with respect to fabrication, installation, or you need any help or some questions answered I can get to, get in touch with one of our gear geeks. See us at RevZilla.com, or you can always give us a tinkle on the telling bone, 877-792-9455. I'm Lemmy, I'm out of here.